Okay, guys. Uh, I'm going to apologize now because I just did a whole video on making a beat, um, like from scratch, and my audio quality sucked. So you could hardly hear me on the video. You guys don't know that, but I have to redo the video with better audio quality. So I'm going to show you the beat I just made. And I promise you, next time I make a beat, it's going to be one completely from scratch. This one is one, like I said, I made 10 minutes ago and went to review the video, and you could hardly hear me. So hopefully this one turns out better. So in the video, there's a couple things I talked about. I talked about the type of setup that I have. I have an iMac, it has no tower, an Apple computer. I use the Rocket 5 speakers. I'll show this to you later, but for right now, you're going to be focused on me. And like I said, Rocket 5 speakers. It's standard for usually home studios. My interface is a Scarlett 2i2. For MIDI, I use a Roland Phantom, and I also use the sounds inside of the Roland Phantom. And for sequencing and my DAW, I use Ableton 8. I'm Ableton Live 8. I have Ableton Live 9, but I started with Ableton Live 8, and it was very comfortable, and I preferred it. I preferred it that way. So I just kept using it versus going to something different. So a couple things I talked about were production. I am classically trained in piano. I am classically trained. I went to college for music, and my bachelor's degree is in music liberal arts. So I do know classical. However, I wouldn't be able to play it because the classical music I learned while in college, I memorized while in college, and then when I graduated, I did not practice any of it anymore and purposely forgot it. So there may be a little bit here and there that I can play and pick up on and remember, but for the most part, I dropped it all when I left. So please don't ask me to play anything. If something comes out, I can probably play a little bit and then show you what I'm talking about. But what I found when I first started wanting to be a producer was that most people who were lasting in the business of music production were individuals who played what I call the core instruments. So to me, the core instruments are piano, drums, and guitar. So most of your producers that have lasted over the years either know how to play one or all of these instruments: piano, guitar, drums, or they're a DJ and they know how to rock a crowd. So you can start naming them. Jermaine Dupri plays drums. Timbaland plays drums. Pharrell knows drums and keys. You got your DJ producers, DJ Mustard, Premier, Dr. Dre. Scott Storch plays piano. Brian Michael Cox plays piano. So I knew that learning piano was going to be important. So how do I get a vibe? It's a couple different ways that I personally do it, and you may try this for yourself and it may work. So one thing I do is start humming. I'll just sit in front of my screen and will hum tunes, not tunes that I know, but just start humming. And eventually somehow a melody will come out, and then I'll end up laying down that melody and then building around it. Another way is I just go to YouTube and just click on random videos and listen to music, and something may catch my ear, and something, maybe two notes that someone played in an entire song, I feel I can do something with, and I replay it and and build around it. I also purchase sound kits, and sometimes those kits inspire me to make certain types of beats. Sometimes I purchase loops, and those loops, royalty-free loops, and those loops will end up inspiring me to create something. So today I found this loop and decided to make something out of it. Let me see if this is it. I think this is it. All right, so I found that loop, and to me it sounded hip-hop-ish, so I added a clap. Now I have a Ninth Wonder kit, and I have no clue where I got it from, but it contains claps, cymbals, hats, kicks, percussion, shakers, and snares. And I went to claps and found this clap. So I just added this with the melody. And then in that same kit, I went and got a kick, and the kick sounds like this. So I added that in. And then I found a hi-hat in that same kit and added that in. And then I figured a kind of a funky type bass line would work here and really make it sound hip-hop-ish. So I added a bass line. And some of these things I quantized, some I didn't, because I wanted kind of that stagger hip hop feeling. I mentioned that I probably would, with this track, I probably would try to add a scratchy hook or something. I'll probably get a DJ or something to add a scratchy hook. I also added something brighter. I added some piano. And what I do is usually make an 8-bar loop and go into song mode after I've added everything I like, and then break it down, punch in certain things and out other things, and make it into a complete song. So I won't waste your time and do that today, but if you have any questions, please comment below. I will make more of these, and you will see ones that I make from scratch. So I hope you enjoy. Y'all have a good night.